Hey everyone, it's Molly and Dan, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple rum shrub recipe. Dan?
So how do we get started?
Okay, well, how about we need the zest of half an orange and half a lemon.
Okay.
And we need some orange juice and lemon juice. So why don't you juice that orange while I peel it?
Oh, I'll juice it all right. I'll juice it real good.
And with your zest, you want to make sure you don't have pith attached to it. That will make it bitter. So I'm just using a vegetable peeler to get the zest off, or the rind off. We need 3.25 ounces. Let's see. So one orange did it for us, but these oranges are huge. They are the biggest oranges I think I've ever seen. So what you're going to basically do is you're going to combine your rum, your fruit juices, and your peels in a covered container, and I'm just going to stick it all in this jar, and then you let it sit for 24 hours, and then you make a sugar syrup, add that to it, and then you can taste it. So I'm just going to stick my peels in this jar, and it'd probably be wiser to use a vessel that has a larger mouth on it, because you eventually do want to take out these peels, but I'm gonna throw caution to the wind and just do it this way. And I also don't have a vessel with a wider mouth. So in goes our orange juice. Let's measure out the lemon juice. I think we're gonna need a little bit more. So this recipe comes from this book, Lost Recipes of Prohibition. And this recipe is based off of a recipe from an 1885 book by Joseph Fleshman called basically Compounding Manual. And the author of this book, the current book, suggests using two different types of rum. He suggests using a Puerto Rican 151 or a Lost Spirits Cuban-Style Rum. Now, I couldn't find either of those in our local store, but I did speak to the rum expert, and he suggested this Largo Bay 151. He said this is actually, it's a lot less expensive than the other rums, and I saw the 151 and ignored it because I looked at the price and I said, well, that can't be any good. And he assured me, he said, costs a lot less than like Bacardi, but it's a lot better, in his opinion. He said, this is a lot better. So I learned today not to necessarily judge a rum by its cover. And Charles from Total Wine, thank you, because I did taste this and it is very good. So anyways, in goes our lemon juice.
Do you want me to pour the wine in?
And then Dan, would you pour in the rum?
Yes.
And we're gonna use a whole bottle of rum. And then Dan, the cap is over there somewhere. Okay, so we're going to cover this up and we're going to let it, give it a good shake. And we're gonna let this sit for 24 hours, and then tomorrow we'll come back and add the sugar syrup to it.
Sounds good.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Day 2 of the rum shrub process. Next thing is to strain it into another vessel. We have a lot of pulp and obviously the rind in here. Hopefully this all fits. I don't know why I didn't just use a mason jar in the first place. Wow, that's really taken on the colors. I don't know how I'm gonna get this out. So the next thing we need to do is we need to make a sugar syrup to go in here. So I'm gonna get started on that. All right, I have 16 ounces of water and 13 ounces of sugar. And we're just going to heat this up until it comes together in a syrup. So this should just take a few minutes. Okay, the sugar syrup is done. We've let it cool for a little bit, and now Dan's going to pour it back into the jug. We had to put the rum mixture back in here because we didn't have enough room for the sugar syrup. Okay, in it goes. Give it a swirl. So at this point, I wouldn't shake it too much. At this point, you could bottle it. Oh, there we go.
And we'll go ahead and taste it. So go ahead and try that, Molly, and then I'll try it after you.
Oh boy, that's still a little warm from the syrup. This is delicious. You can definitely taste the rum, and you can taste the orange and lemon, and it's sweet, obviously, but I would definitely use this as a mixer.
Yes, it's really strong.
I think honestly, just with some club soda, it would be fantastic. Dan, did you know that shrubs, English versions of shrubs, actually date back to, they can trace their origins back to medicinal cordials of the 15th century?
No, I didn't know that.
The name shrub actually comprises two distinct sets of shrubs. So the first kind of shrub is like what we made here. You have either rum or brandy, sugar, and citrus rind and or citrus juice, and that's what we've made here. And then the other type of shrub is known as a drinking vinegar. So you take a vinegared syrup, mix it with spirits, water, carbonated water, later on they're mixed with fruit, herbs, and spices. This was really popular in colonial America. People drank it when it was like really hot out. It was a refreshment for them.
So kind of like a modern day energy drink.
Yeah, actually. And when I was thinking about that, you're right. And back then, this would have been like the freaking Four Loko of the time.
Four Loko.
Four Loko. I don't know anything about Four Lokos.
Right.
I might have drank one by a train tracks one day. Not my finest hour. Anyways, that's a true story. I threw the can at the train. So yeah, so shrubs are really interesting drinks. They've been around for a really long time, and so shrubs are kind of like a punch, but they differ in that fact that a punch, when it's made, it's immediately served, and a shrub is usually stored. That's why it says the bottle, it's stored and used later on. And shrubs, this type of shrub is actually can be used as an ingredient in a punch. So these are actually making a comeback. Shrubs are becoming very popular again. And
I've never heard of a shrub.
If you like this content, please subscribe and hit the like button. I upload content every Wednesday, and we have fun on this channel making vintage recipes and trying out new things, and we're always open to ideas. So if you have an idea for a recipe you'd like us to make, please leave a comment below. I hope to see you in the next video.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.